Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the High School Star League of Legends Winter Championships. We're back with the consolation match between Hazen High School and Franklin High School. I'm Crusader Kitten here with Seda. We're going to be your casters for today.
Yeah, we're really excited to be getting into game number 2 between Franklin and Hazen. After game number 1, going over to Franklin High School, it was actually a very exciting match. Hazen played remarkably well aside from their bottom lane. 20 speed, the psych, and based were excellent in all of their attempts to gank and pick up kills all across the map. And it really did a great job of stalling the game out and buying time for Kurai Usagi and Yuff to get themselves back in this, but they just weren't able to keep up with Submit. He ran a pace all of his own. He walked to the beat of his own drum and ended up that game with an incredible KDA. I don't remember exactly what it was. It was like, what was it? 8, 3, and 7 or something?
He just did well.
Yeah, it was pretty gnarly. Submit was allowed to be taking Graves, and
No, he was playing great.
yeah, he was on Graves. This time, again,
But we do see a Nard this time.
yeah, no target bans. I think that was a bit of a mistake from Hazen, banning out Jarvan instead of Gnar. Maybe they were trying to click Gnar on the champion pool, but missed completely because they banned him last time. Oh, 12, 3, and 6. He had a 6.0 KDA, and look, there it is. The Graves steal Kurai Usagi. If he takes that Graves, that's still going to leave Lucian open for Submit. Another very bursty AD carry. Lucian, he's actually played Lucian more than Graves, with a higher KDA and a higher win ratio.
So has the Psych, actually. The Psych's played him 137 times. Only played Graves 50 times and has a 46% win rate on Graves, so not the best. But
Yeah.
that's kind of what we said about 20 speed Zed, and he did have some pretty strong plays and some good split pushing potential, but it just wasn't enough to keep Hazen in that game. Support that will be coming out will be Janna, so there you go ahead and they completely steal away the bottom lane.
Yeah, once again, it's the same sort of champ select that we're seeing once again. This time, it's going to be up to Franklin High School to respond with something similar. If they decide to opt for that bottom lane once again, they won't be showing their hand just like last time. Curious to see if they're going to go for it. Uh-oh, Callista is open. That completely slipped my mind. The terror from the Shadow Isles. Oh my gosh, if he locks that in, I might just be excited. After seeing how fast it was on Graves, someone who is typically immobile, how incredibly reactive he is, and great at picking off kills, with a Sejuani in his team. Oh no. Oh god. Oh, he's baiting it. He's baiting me. That's what it is.
Yeah, well, it's neither Soraka or Callista are really priority picks anymore, I don't think, because the bottom lane is already been picked out. So they do pick up their jungler, which is going to be the Sejuani for Infinity Death. He had some pretty good stuns coming out of that last game, really caught out Kurai and Yuff quite a few times with getting two of them into that. So next picks though are going to be hovered over. It's looking like a possible Riven and Lee Sin. I don't think we've seen these champions in a while, but let's talk this about Soraka. What AD carries do you think will be coming out with Soraka?
You know, it could be the Callista. I really want it to be Callista, and then you don't soul bond to your support, you soul bond to Infinity Death, and you use that instead. I really want that to be the case. Instead, it looks like Submit. He looked at Jinx first, now he's finally going to lock it in. That's also a very solid pick. Jinx is safe. She's got range, she's got excellent pushing power, and if she gets to late game, she's just going to flat up outscale everyone else on the enemy team. There's a lot of pressure on 20 speed. I believe it's going to be 20 speed on Riven in the mid lane. It might be the Psych. I don't know how they're going to be traded out. There's going to be a lot of pressure on whoever takes that Riven to get to the back line and kill Submit before he can make that happen. Trouble is, he's going to have to go through both the Sejuani and a Gnar.
Yeah, so Jinx for Submit. He has a 63% win rate after 16 games played of Jinx, but that is like his 13th most played champion. Interesting that we didn't see like a Lucian coming out from that pick, but the last is going to be a LeBlanc. Who's looking for Ignite into that middle lane.
Oh no, this is a confident pick. So I like Ignite taking LeBlanc. He's saying, okay, I'm going to play an aggressive mid lane. The rest of my team, they sit back, they wait for engages to happen, they allow Submit to carry the game, but I'm not going to be that passive. I want to be aggressive, pick people off. 20 speed, looking at Xerath with Yuff going for the trade over, that's a confidence thing. That's saying, okay, you're taking an assassin who can kill me at level 6, but I am just going to be better than you in laning phase and prevent that from happening. When he locks it in, that's crazy. 20 speed, what are you doing?
Gonna go over some of the long range there. This will be interesting.
You can say that again. I mean, typically LeBlanc has a little bit of trouble in the early laning phase against Xerath because his spells are relatively easy to hit against an immobile champion such as LeBlanc. But once she starts getting those distortions skilled up, once she starts getting Mimic stacked up as well, the burst speed is often too fast for Xerath to deal with. 20 speed showed great speed and great fingers on Zed, but this time he's taking someone immobile, someone who sits and relies on positioning. That puts a lot of pressure onto Based and the Psych to keep him alive. And if Kurai ends up falling down in the bottom lane once again, it's going to be an easy second game for Franklin High School. But again, we are now getting into the spectator delay. This is Franklin High School versus Hazen. Take it away.
Yep, guys. We're going to be right back before we get on into the game, so we're going to go over to a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Game 2 of this best-of-3 consolation match between Franklin High School and Hazen High School in the HSL Winter Championships 2014 to 2015 season. Don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the High School Star League of Legends Winter Championships of the 2014 to 2015 school year. We're back with Game 2 of the Consolation match between Franklin High School and Hazen High School. Franklin up 1-0. I'm Brian Crusader Cantrong here with Dominic Sader Romer, and we'll be bringing you through the action today.
Yeah, and it seems like we're already gearing up to have some action as it's a 5-man group on the bottom side of the map from Franklin High School. They're up 1 game. They might be looking to take a nice early advantage with this one too.
Yeah, this is interesting. We actually have a role swap coming off. The Psych and Based going to switch over between jungler and top lane.
You know, it's more of a comfort thing. We saw Base do relatively well on Rek'Sai in the first time, but you can tell he wasn't really getting ganks off at good times. They were more opportune times rather than pre-planned or programmed. So I'm excited to see how the Psych takes this match. Also, fun fact, based on Riven, has played 500 games exactly in Season 4 with a 55 win rate. That's 200, and I think... Oh, come on, what's 5%? 10, 50, 500, 25, that's 275 games that he's won versus 225 that he's lost on Riven. It's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, that's a definitely
Fun fact.
Champion.
Yeah.
That you want to go for, I think, in this game. Being down 1 game, you want to get someone on their comfort, and having someone with 500 games as Riven, playing Riven, definitely going to help him out. Yeah.
Scary thing is, though, he's going to be up against Fugsel on Gnar, and typically Riven versus Gnar doesn't really go in Riven's favor. She has a bit of difficulty trading, and her earlier levels are a little bit better, but once Gnar starts to get tanky, there's really no way to trade with it. Fugsel has got 123 games on Gnar with a 3.5 KDA and 58% win rate, so he is comfortable in a top lane matchup against someone like Riven.
Yeah,
yeah, I know. It's going to be an action-packed top lane. Based and Fuchs are going to be going head-to-head the whole time. Watch for Fuchs to take an early advantage by trying to or Based to take an early advantage by harassing out Fuchs before he gets early levels. But if Gnar manages to get level 4 or 5 without dying, things are going to taper off.
So that 5-man group doesn't really amount to too much. They're just trying to guard their jungle. We'll be seeing the blue buff starts. For Infinity Death, the Psych goes and starts off with this red buff, or with the golems, or Krugs, or whatever. We'll be going over to the red buffs, after.
Yeah, safe stuff. Similar jungle side start from both of the junglers. It's a bit tricky for Lee Sin in the jungle.
Yeah.
He does benefit a lot from his attack speed passive and the Krug buff, so I think he should be fine for the first couple of camps. I don't know if he can do both of the large creeps as well. Same thing out of Infinity S. Looks like he's probably going to have to recall after he clears this camp as well. So
he was. I think you're talking about. You're talking about in the pregame lobby about almost dying to buff. So gotta be careful of that, of course.
Yep, Season 5, we're in patch 5.1, and jungle has been harder than it has ever been in the history of League of Legends. So it's really awesome because it allows for a lot more play and counterplay with all of the different buffs and how you can use them, but it's also really hard.
Right, so we get on into the laning phase with. It's gonna be interesting, I think, for Cement and Autobody playing against the bottom lane they were just playing as. And meanwhile, middle lane, 20 speed and Ignite. It's looking like 20 speed is getting a better bit of harass in this early game, but of course that will change when LeBlanc hits level 6.
Yeah, that's to be expected. Already we could see Based trying to zone out Fuchs. That's actually really smart. Gnar is ranged, but he's very squishy while he's in mini Gnar form, so it's a good way to take a minor advantage. Fuchs finally procs Mega Gnar with the wave pushing in his favor. Things seem to be going pretty evenly so far. You know, standard, typical laning phase.
Yeah. which will mean we'll be seeing where the first ganks come out. Looks like Infinity Dust wants to make his way down to bottom lane and see if he can sneak past that that bit of minion wave right there. He's hanging like right outside of the flag of war, so he's in a good place right now. I think he'll be moving up. Yep, he'll be moving up. So really looking for this gank down to bottom lane, and he knows he wants to get Submit and Anybody rolling. See if he can take down Kurai. Here we go. So he comes out with the dash. Gonna get knocked back up. We'll have to back away. Meanwhile, middle lane, the Sight coming in onto Ignite. And it got some nice damage out to him.
Yeah, Ignite engaged onto 20 speed and actually got him to burn his heal, which is pretty solid. But back up from the Sight kept him alive. And Ignite, just a little bit faster, was able to keep himself standing. He's got to keep watching for that harass, though. They could go for a dive. It's a lot of health on the Psyche and a lot of mobility on Lee Sin. He goes for it. He gets it.
There he goes. He follows the Q in the first, but a quick first blood coming out as the Psyche takes down Ignite.
Yeah, that's really solid. It's so very, very important to shut down LeBlanc because she's the assassin. She's the scary thing you really have to worry about. It's going to be a while before Fugues and Submit get some big damage.
This will be a nice start out for Lee Sin. Goes for the purple one.
The Rangers Trailblazer?
He goes for the Rangers Trailblazer. And this will just kind of help out as clearing the jungle. Not going to be going for the aggressive ones. Rangers Trailblazer as well for Infinity Death. But with the first gank coming out from the site, the first successful gank and first kill as well. We'll be seeing what else other lanes he wants to help. Fuchs has been doing a fairly good job of harassing out base in this top lane.
Yeah, it's even in CS, and that's to be expected to see Riven get punished once Gnar starts to take a bit of an advantage. Gnar is the biggest lane bully to hit the top lane since Renekton reigned supreme so many months ago. So it's not terribly surprising. What is nice is that base isn't that far behind. Here's a gank in bottom.
Yeah, the Infinity Death coming right back down once again. But it won't be able to land another kill. Or it won't be able to land a kill again. So once they're on bottom, they're going to go ahead and take out a ward here.
Whoa.
And actually, you have the Stalker's Blade being swapped out. So the Scythe doesn't go for Rangers Trailblazer. Wants to do some damage on enemies.
I think he had it for his clear. No, he actually did swap it out for the Stalkers. I like this. I like how he's going for the aggressive Lee Sin. I think he should pick up a Sight Stone before picking up those next few items so he can have better vision of incoming ganks and control from that very aggressive Infinity Death Sejuani. It's pretty interesting.
Level 6, so has the Dragon's Rage, and now we'll be sitting down bottom lane while Submit and Anybody are pushing this up. And here he comes in with the dash coming off, gets a knock up onto Anybody. He wants to come in. There is a Sonic Wave, gonna land, follows it up, gets the kill with the Dragon's Rage, and they put some damage down to Submit. But they pick up another kill on the side now, 2-0 to start out the game.
Yeah, that's yet another kill for Hazen High School. That's the sort of thing that they need to get themselves prepared. And again, it's a kill on a very important person. That's Kurai Usagi, who's doing much better this game than he was last game. I think last game, he was just on a tilt-a-whirl. Uh-oh, Ignite, he's caught again!
Yeah, these Sonic Waves really doing a good job of landing the mark right now. 20 speed. We'll take some advantage to put down some damage onto Ignite. Has about a 13 CS lead over him. And it's looking good for 20 speed, I think, to start out this game. Ignite has a level 6, but is still just getting way too harassed to do anything about it.
Yeah, it's a tricky matchup now because there's the Chalice of Harmony on 20 speed. Even when you get a full trade-off, you're not able to get that much. 20 speed,
just comes out, flash away, doesn't get hit by the Glacial Prison. Heal comes out as well from 20 speed, and that gets dropped down, but he's getting under the tower to see if he can survive. His solo Ignite comes through, picks up the kill, and Infinity Death will be able to get away.
Yeah, great communication there from Ignite Infinity Death. Infinity Death actually hesitated in the turret range because he saw the stun hit Ignite and made sure that LeBlanc wouldn't take turret aggro after he left turret range. So yes, that means he won't be able to clear as much of the jungle and pick up his red buff after this, but he was able to ensure that LeBlanc got the kill without dying herself. So things are going well for Franklin High School as well. That's a very important assassin who now has the kill. In the bottom lane is actually a CS lead in favor of Kurai. He's being pushed by Submit throughout this entire laning phase, but after that kill, he was able to take about a 10 CS lead and pick up an additional longsword for himself. Things are going well.
Bottom lane, we are seeing some damage coming off. Aggression coming off from Kurai, and yeah, gonna get caught in some damage though. Monsoon will be forced out on Kurai. And that's where we see the damage coming out of the Jinx, but 20 speed and the Psych have both made their way down to this bottom lane and clear out the ward here. But what they want to go for is the question. Dragon is up if they do want to go for that, but it looks like they may just back away.
Uh-oh, Based, he goes in! This isn't smart. Here comes Ignite from behind.
Ignite came up to roam top lane for a gang, trying to get that LeBlanc roam going on. Now Based gonna get caught in the chain. Gonna get snared up. There's the second chain coming in. Based tries to go on to Fuchs for some damage, or tries to back away as well. And a little bit of damage going, or the kill going over to Ignite. Last second Nara coming out, but looks like anything for Fuchs.
Yeah, super, super patient play out of Franklin High School there. Whoa! Dive out of Infinity Dice. Are they going to be able to get it? No, they don't. They do force the flash and heal.
Right, so they got another gank coming out onto that bottom lane, but Phoenix not able to pick up a kill. Middle lane tower goes down as a result of the roam by Eggman. 20 speed is able to push that one up. So now it's 2-2 tied up. And the kills are all on two champions. It's going to be Ignite and the Psych holding down for their teams. And once again, the roam coming in from the Psych runs right into Infinity Desk, gets right over the wall. 20 speed is around to lay down some damage.
Yeah, this is a good response coming out of the Psych. He sees that Infinity Desk is going for a bunch of ganks in the bottom lane, so anytime he sees Infinity Desk down there, he invades the jungle and tries to seal the camps. Sejuani is so reliant on clearing those camps as quickly as possible. That's why she's rocking the Ranger's Trailblazer, because she has no easy way to get through the jungle. That Ranger's Trailblazer is her leveling ability. And right now, the Psych is doing a good job of punishing her. Randuin's first from Fuchs, trading with Based. Brutalizer Pickaxe versus Randuin's looks like it's going to be just about even. A gank in the bottom.
And Submit has a Q onto him. Does he want to follow? No, he doesn't, because Infinity Desk is coming down into the bottom lane. Slow coming in onto Yuff. And they're right on their heels. It's going to be the bottom lane for Hazen High School, having to back away from that one.
Yeah, this is a really patient play out of Franklin High School. It's been 12 minutes. Submit has been level 7 for about 5 of those. He hasn't used his Super Mega Death Rocket once so far because nobody in the bottom lane is getting low health. Yuff drops his Monsoon at the drop of a hat, and Kurai is still sitting on his heel. Whoa! Submit getting a bit greedy there. I think he's trying to bait it out.
It's a lot of damage right there, and that's because Infinity Desk is hiding over in the brush. Glacial Prison is back up now, but going to be backing away.
Could be looking for a dragon. Oh, and they see Psych on the bottom side of the map, too. They're going to be spotted out by Scuttlecrab Ward. They started. I don't know if this is such a great idea. Submit goes low.
Damage, 20 speed, doing a lot of it. Glacial Prison coming in onto him, and now he just has to back away. Will be proccing the ultimate, takes down Submit with 2 of them. And the Psych is in here, picks up his own kill onto Otterbuddy, so the bottom lane is down. And Franklin High School won't be able to continue on with the Dragon, but Hazen will be looking to continue with the fight. Sonic Wave lands, but he does not want to engage because the Dragon is up. And they'll turn their attention over to that. 4 members of Hazen High School in the area to take this one down.
Yeah, there's a chance Infinity Desk could go for a steal. Here comes Fuchs
coming in, actually.
Towards Meganar. I don't think he's going to be able to get into the pit. If not, just stall it out.
Oh, and tries to go for a kill, but he actually is in a bit of trouble himself. 20 speed picks up the kill. The Psych is low and has to back away, so I don't think they will do a Dragon anymore. Fuchs is still here, about to become Mega Nar, but what will he do with it? There's not much he can do.
Yeah, that just didn't work out at
lose time
all
for this.
for Franklin High School. I have no idea what they were thinking by attempting to 3-man a dragon when they saw that it was...
Not a try to 2-man it.
This is silly. Yeah, Lee Sin's not there, so he doesn't have Smite. Kurai is still really strong. They're going to be able to take the dragon, but they gave up a lot of kills and a lot of gold onto some really big carries. It's 20 speed with 2 and the Psych on 3.
Lost the tower up top lane as well. Base was able to push that up. And comes back in with the CS advantage. So now everybody except the supports on the side of Hazen High School have a bit of a CS advantage over their counterparts. And that will contribute to the 4,000 gold lead they're having right now. 4,500 gold lead they're having right now.
Yeah, that's pretty much what any stockbroker would call a questionable investment. Yes, they got the dragon, but they gave up so much for it. I mean, really, they threw a lot in order to secure that. And while it is going to slow the roll of Hazen High School, there's a lot of pressure on to Submit and Ignite to do really well because they're going to be the main damage dealers. It's tank out of Sejuani, tank out of Gnar, and support out of Soraka.
Simon's coming on into the game. You are seeing Base going for quite a bit of damage and some wave clear with the team map. Brutalizer coming up as well. Hasn't been able to find any kills in this game. It's never too late to start. Duke's going for it. Huh?
It is not. You're correct.
Yeah. Duke's going for the armor stacking, Randu and Zoman. So he's going to be looking to be this tanky front line. Same thing for Infinity Death. Really, these two champions are effective at being tanky frontliners for their team. They have the CC they can throw out as well. And we've seen this combo before in the High School Star League of Gnar and Sejuani. I think we've seen it from LoL High School, who are going to be playing in the Grand Finals right after this match. But it is it's a pretty effective composition with just getting 5-man CCs off to really take down the enemy team. But bottom lane, we are going to be seeing another game coming in here. There's the Q landing. Doesn't even need to follow it though. Kurai gets a kill for himself. First kill of the game. And I think that was a lot earlier than his first kill last game.
Yeah, Kurai's doing much better this time around. He's even in CS to Submit, but he's going to be able to complete his Infinity Edge just a bit sooner. Submit actually can't finish it just yet, down about 200 gold. Whoa! Here comes a potential dive. Psych makes it out of turret.
There's a stun coming in onto 2, and will halt them in their tracks. They're right outside of the tower range somehow, though. And the Psych goes on a rampage. There's the Super Mega Death Bracket coming across, and Kurai might be taking too much damage from the tower. Shield coming in, and he's able to live. Ignite, meanwhile, gets caught out in a stun and takes half health of damage. That's a jungler and Otterbuddy going down. Ignite gets taken low, and kills going over to the side of Franklin High School.
Yeah, that was a very, very aggressive play from Hazen High School. That paid off really well. Psych was able to make it over the wall and come in from the backside and Submit without any sort of escape. He just got aggressed upon and he went down so fast to the damage from Kurai. He didn't have his Infinity Edge just yet, but he had all of the components, and a lucky crit combined with the raw burst damage of Graves secured another kill in that bottom lane. Looks like the tables have indeed turned for Franklin High School.
Now Hazen coming into this game really strong, 6,000 gold up now. So it's been growing steadily. And we are seeing some grouping, a lot of grouping coming around this middle lane. Infinity Death is here to help Ignite, but what he doesn't realize is that members of Hazen High School are also following up. Infinity Death is going to be in trouble here. He is going to get taken down. Base tries to get with the wind slash, won't be able to. And it's the kill going over to the Psych, who's now 6-0-2. Who's actually going to be following up for more kills, finds Submit and Otterbuddy to the side, gets the kickback, follows through with the resonating strike. Heals coming in, but cannot save Submit, and the Psych is still following, going under the tower for Otterbuddy now. Cannot land a Sonic Wave though. The collateral damage will make the Ignite enough, and Yuff picks up the kill.
Yeah, the Psych is just putting the whole team up on his shoulders and carrying so hard. 7-0-3 with plays that are basically unheard of. I mean, this is amazing play out of the Psych. he is carrying so hard, and it looks like with the only 2 kills on Ignat, and the fact that he's not able to get many more, this could be a very early game for Hazen High School.
Right into Infinity Nest in the jungle, gets the stun down. And he'll just walk away from that one. Bottom lane, it's going to be Hazen picking up this tower. So, 18 minutes in, 4 towers. 9 kills up. And 9,000 gold in the lead. It is looking like a much different game from the last one. Dragon's up in a minute. And right now, I think Dragon is on Franklin High School, so this could be for Hazen to pick up.
Yeah, I mean, Hazen are looking to be in an excellent spot to take this Dragon. It's 7-0-3 on the Psyche. You've got your Ravenous Hydra completed on Riven. Needlessly Large Rod, i.e. Brutalizer. The list goes on and on. Hazen have got everything going their way right now.
And we're going to see the push continuing from Hazen. Gonna find Fuchs in the jungle. Base looking to try to take him down. Will be not quite able to unless Psyche flashes through and picks up the kill. And now Ignat tries to follow through, but it won't be able to.
Yeah, the Psyche, I mean, we hold these kills to be self-evident. 8-0-3. He is an absolute monster. I mean, right now, the only way for Franklin to get back into the game is for the Psyche to throw a kill over to submit, allowing him to finish off some core items and get those shutdown gold. You need a lot more wards out on the map for Franklin to feel safe going for any sort of kill like that. And seeing how Hazen is playing, creeping the wards further and further forward. Whoa! The surrender vote comes out.
Yeah, so it is going to be the second game going over the side of Hazen High School, and actually, a bit of bad news coming up here is Franklin High School are going to be forced to forfeit the game because one of their players have to leave. They aren't able to bring in a sub. So they actually forfeited the final game of the match.
So they forfeit.
And it'll be Hazen High School coming in for the victory of the match, getting 3rd place. And
congratulations to Hazen High School. Yeah, I mean, their first game was questionable. They played well, but they were simply outplayed in team composition and simply by champion select, and even by the plays that they made around the map. But the Psyche on Lee Sin in game number 2, OMG. I mean, that was incredible. Yeah, and they are going to take the series and they take the win. Very fantastic stuff.
Yeah, so guys, that's not all for the rest of the day. We will be having our best of 5 grand finals coming up, and it's going to be Lowell High School versus Troy High School. So guys, we'll be getting right into that match very soon. Thank you for watching, and hopefully the second match we'll be able to see a full set of games. Right, so we're getting right on into it. Before we go, give a shout out to our sponsors, Twitch TV, Newegg, MSI, Jinx, Rockcat, and Loot Crate for helping support the High School Star League. Guys, we'll be getting right into that Grand Finals match after a quick break, so don't go anywhere.